Hey everybody, welcome back to the second channel. Hope you're all doing well, because I'm not. See, you've seen the title of this video, and I, in fact, do have a problem. And I know every British person in the world always has problems and things to complain about, but this one is a valid concern I have, a valid problem to bring up with the people. So, if you don't know, I live in Brighton. I just moved in with my good friend Tubbo. And if you don't know, the food prices in the UK are absolutely through the roof right now. But thankfully for me, this isn't an issue because I order my food online. However, I've recently discovered something that has changed my life. For better or for worse, you'll find out as this video goes on. But I order food through an online website and it arrives to me most of the time pretty well. And I order quite a balanced range of foods. I make sure to get all my fiber and protein and all that malarkey in. So when I ordered my usual food order like I did about a week ago, I noticed that something was off. And for some reason, they had cancelled my order. I mean, thankfully, I got 10 quid in vouchers. So I got a bit of free extra food in my order, but I was still incredibly confused. Why would they even think about cancelling my food order? They say they only cancel it if it's like the worst case scenario. So, I don't know, unless my food delivery van had flipped over and turned upside down and crashed, I have no reason why this thing wouldn't have arrived. So I started to do some digging. I was incredibly confused. Because this has never happened to me. All my friends, we all use the same delivery thing. Like the app and the same company. But this has never happened to anyone else. So I started to do some digging. And lo and behold, I found out that it was because I was ordering chicken. Now, why the hell they would cancel it just because I was ordering chicken, I'm incredibly confused. So I started to do some more digging. And I was like, oh, maybe it was just a fluke. Maybe it was just an unlucky turn of events. I'll try again. I'll try again tomorrow. And so I did. I tried again tomorrow, ordered the exact same thing, and the same thing happened. I was incredibly confused. So I'm sat here scratching my head and my tummy because I've had to walk to the expensive local stores near me to get food, and that's just not a feasible way to be going about things. And I'm sat there, I'm just like, what is going on? I just want my food. I was just talking about routine in my last video. This is part of my routine. I just want to eat some food. Is it too much for a boy to ask for? But either way, I'm trying to figure out what's going on and why I can't get this food order. And I slowly start to figure out, I'm like, hold on a second. Every time my food order has been cancelled, it's been because the chicken hasn't been in stock. So they've been cancelling the whole order just because they didn't have that. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just order without chicken. Maybe they just don't have it in store. So I get around to the order the next day after, or actually, no, scratch that. It was about a week after I do my third order in hopes that it works. And lo and behold, it does. So I'm getting a little suspicious here. All right, there's no way a big city like Brighton could be running out of chicken, right? I know I'm big and greedy, but I can't be that big and greedy. But at the time, I'm thinking nothing of it. I'm like, you know what? Bar humbug. You know, I got bigger fish to fry in this world than a bit of food. You know, I think I'll live. Until I started seeing the cost of the other foods at my local shops. And the thing in the UK is that there are two kind of supermarkets. You have like the big supermarkets, like the huge ones, where they've got like every bit of food in store and everything you could ever want. And then you've got the local shops, which are like slightly more expensive, a little smaller, and they only stock like specific goods. They don't stock the whole, like everything you might need and every little small thing you might want. And I'm trying to go into these little small local shops while I'm waiting for my big supermarket shop to arrive. And I'm realizing that the price of this food is absolutely absurd. And obviously it's because they ramp up the price because it's a local shop and demand, supply, all that kind of stuff. But I was like, hold on, this is a little too expensive. And so for reference, I've been paying about £5 for a kilogram of chicken thighs, like boneless, which is a really good price. That's like a very, very good for like a regular chicken thigh price. However, in these local shops, they were selling them for like £6.50 to like £7, which is crazy work. So you can kind of understand here. I was incredibly confused at the price discrepancy and how these big supermarkets weren't able to stock this somewhat cheap chicken. And it got me thinking, because my mum was just down and we had a good time. It was good catching up with my mother. I haven't seen her in about a few months, so it was nice to catch up with her. But she suggested that we should go on a walk to one of the big supermarkets just to see, maybe, because I'd updated her about these trials and tribulations, and even she was about as confused as I was, and rightfully so. So when she was down, I had a bit of a catch-up, you know, made sure she was doing okay, you know, the usual things you do with your family. And then we went to go and walk to this supermarket. And then I told her the story of the online stuff, and yeah, she was confused as I was at the start. But we eventually made it to this big supermarket, and I was like, okay, mother, please wait here outside. I need to test the theory. And so I go into this supermarket and I try to find their chicken because I had a something inside me had just told me that maybe, just maybe, they were lying about the online ordering system. And so I go in, I go to the chicken section, and lo and behold, the chicken that they didn't even sell anymore, and they said that was out of stock, and they didn't have it, was right there in front of my very eyes. I had felt betrayed. I'd felt lied. I mean, God, I haven't felt patriotic about something like this ever since I started playing Minecraft speedrunning. But I was so confused. I was incredibly confused. I checked the app once again to make sure I wasn't lying to myself, and the chicken still wasn't on sale there. And at this point, I was like, hold on. My whole life feels like it's been a lie. Where has this food been my entire life? I actually felt like I was in heaven. It was just kilos on kilos of this chicken that I've been waiting literally a month for. And so when I saw it, I picked up 4 kilograms of this chicken just to make sure, in case of a nuclear fallout, I had everything ready. But, oh my God, I was in dismay. I was in shock finding this out. I couldn't believe it. I had to get my mum into the shop just for her to see it herself. And even she was, God, she couldn't believe it. But I was just so confused. I mean, I assume that they keep some, some stock in the back for the online orders, but I thought they always had them the exact same. Look, it was a terribly British thing to be complaining about, but oh my God, after finally solving the case, as of the 29th of August, I finally have enough food to have a regular schedule of meals in my life, and I've never been so happier since. But either way, that was my food delivery rant. I know I said a bit earlier that my mother was down. She was in Brighton for a day, and it was good to see her. It's always fun to see family. In fact, she hadn't even seen my new place, so it was really fun to give her the regular tour. You know, she saw a few of my friends. We had a good time. It was awesome. And as a treat, I even took her around to the new IKEA that just opened in Brighton. And this IKEA, I mean, it's not huge at all, but to have an IKEA in the city you live in, I don't know what it is, but my brain chemistry has changed. I don't know what it is, but something is just, I feel more like an adult now. So we explored that. We got some food, took her to a few of my local spots, and then the whole food delivery incident rant thing occurred. But either way, I hope you're enjoying this gameplay right now. I believe this is the fastest match we've had on this channel since the birth of it, full stop. We've been having some incredible matches recently, so do not worry, people. The times are getting faster and faster. But it's weird, when I play Minecraft, like, speedrunning off stream, I don't feel as sharp. I don't know what it is. I think it might actually be that when I'm live, I know there's people watching me, so I've got to put on a show. But recently, I'm having to, like, warm up to speedrun because I've felt a bit more lethargic, and my reaction times have felt a little more slower than usual when I'm recording these matches. So hopefully, as the time goes on, they should be getting faster, but I'm definitely feeling a lot faster. And I know a lot of my friends as well. They've been sending me a lot of Discord DMs about how I can improve my runs. So big shout outs to Fulham and many other people for helping me improve my speedrunning skills and times. Look, I'm trying to get a sub 10. If I can get a sub 10 in my life, I feel like I've completed my journey in this world. But this was a really good match. And if you are enjoying them, feel free to drop me a like. If not, that's okay. You can hate me. I don't blame you. But if you have any tips in the comment section of any things I can just do to improve my gameplay, then please let me know in the comments. I'm always down for a bit of feedback and criticisms because, to be honest with you, it's really fun to just sit here and like try and analyze my gameplay and try and get like just a little bit faster every single video. It is really, really fun, and I hate to admit it, but it is growing on me for these recordings. It's also my sister's birthday tomorrow as I'm filming this video, so happy birthday to my sister. I think I said in my last video, but I did get her a few cool presents, and one of them was this like World of Warcraft t-shirt, because she used to play it when she was like 10 years old or like something. She played it a long, long time ago, and I thought it would be a nice present to get her, so I treated her to some incredible clothes. Albeit, it were 35 euros. But hey, family is priceless, so I can't be complaining. But with all that being said, I do have a second issue. And that issue is that speedrunning has been taking over my life recently. I didn't think I'd get so roped into it. Now that I'm saying this all out loud, I don't think I get so roped into it. Like, obviously, I'm filming this on the 29th right now, but my sleep schedule has been mad. I think one day I stopped playing speedrunning at like 2:30 in the morning, the same day that my mother was meant to come round. I mean, that's just absurd. Anything for the grind, though. Anything for the grind, I say. These videos have been really fun to get out I don't know, how often am I getting these out? I believe it's every other day, I think. I'm not sure. I'm having a blast. But if you want to hear some other conversations that we have like these, then there'll be a link down below to my Twitch channel where we basically have these, but on a 2-hour lengthy scale. And it's actually, we do some other fun things. So if you want to have a go there, then feel free to check it out. But back to the main topic at hand. I know I talk a lot about food here on this channel, but there are some upsides here with living in Brighton and the whole food thing. And it's that they have some incredible options for like whenever you're feeling like just eating full stop. Like, for example, there's this one spot that is a sushi spot that's open till like 3 a.m., which is mad. If you want sushi at 3, you could just go and get sushi literally whenever you feel like it. I mean, unless you like have insomnia or something, I suppose that might not help if you want sushi at 5 a.m. instead of 3. But regardless, there are so many options. And like, I think next to it as well is like a 24-hour Subway. There's another spot as well that does sushi tacos or something in that vein. It's a weird fusion combination. At least it sounds weird anyways, because it tastes absolutely incredible. It's these like literally these sushi. It's sushi inside taco. There's not much more to it that I can explain. It is sushi inside taco. It's really good. There are so many unique spots in Brighton as well. I've got an app on my phone that tells me where all the fun, unique spots are. And so maybe like once a month or maybe like twice a month, if I'm very lucky, I'll treat myself to one of these fun spots just to try out a bit of new food. Honestly, for the quest, it's super fun. It is super fun. However, it's not fun when I see my bank account lose money. The only downside with all these cool spots is that they are not very friendly to your bank account. So if anyone can hear me and you're in Brighton and you own a shop, please can I have a 100% discount? Thank you. But anyways, though, obviously you've got the corner shops and all that. It's crazy. I was in a corner shop the other day and I was picking out some German Fanta. Isn't that crazy? Only reason I was getting German Fanta, though, is because when I was in Germany the other day, I tried to smuggle back like 2 liters worth of cans of like Fanta and like all these drinks that I'd never tried before. And before I even got to the security gate, they were already checking me. They were like, hey, any drinks, anything like that? And, you know, I felt like lying to the security agent at an airport. Might be a crime. So obviously I fessed up. And it was incredibly sad because I also had my moisturizer in there as well, which was the only moisturizer I had. So minus 5 quid for me there. And also minus 10 quid on illegal German imported drinks and Fanta and Coca-Cola. Terrible times for me, you know, terrible times. But man, I wish I could have smuggled it back. I wish I could have smuggled it back. I think it's the one thing when you go to a different country that you have to do. And it feels like it makes the experience of traveling and just exploring a new place so much better. And it's the fact that you have to go into their like local supermarkets and like their local corner shops just to find stuff that you wouldn't normally try. It's so fun. It's part of the experience. And if you don't do it, you are traveling wrong. It was so cool to see all the fun stuff. And also, there's a bunch of stuff in Germany, like food-wise at their supermarkets, that we used to have that have been discontinued. And I don't know what the reasoning for that is, but I had to pick some out just to try it because, oh my god, dude, it made me miss so much of our food that we had. I was so sad. But will I find this stronghold portal before I finish this rant about food and other British things that I talk about? No. But will I continue making these videos and talking about those rants? Absolutely, I will. Also, as we enter the end here, I think I'm going to try and learn how to zero cycle. If anyone doesn't know what that is, it's a method of trying to kill the dragon where you don't use that middle little portal thing. It's where you like you climb up to where the dragon is and you just kill it in the air with the same things you would normally. And it's worth giving it a shot. I think I can learn it, but it's really difficult. It's really, really difficult. So if I ever do it one day, just know I'll buy a lottery ticket the same day. And I say this, but I probably should learn it. As we are slowly approaching the Emerald rank, players just start to get better at the game. They just start to get better. And so if I don't learn this mechanic to beat the game faster, I think I'll be plateauing my skill. Also, look how fast that dragon came down. I think I'll just be plateauing my skill, so I should probably learn that before I get left in the dust by my peers. And I also lost to a 0 cycle during Tubbo's mid-offs event, so maybe it's a sign. But either way, fellas, we're coming to the end here. I'm about to decimate this dragon, so everyone, thank you for watching. This has been absolutely awesome, and we're getting so close to the Emerald 1 mark. So hopefully soon I can update you on me finally hitting Emerald 1. But either way, fellas, thank you for watching. Have an incredible rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Adios.